Alright, so here we're at the Second Amendment Sanctuary rally, and what I wanted to talk about today is the fact that there's absolutely no reason for gun control. Like, there's absolutely no reason for it. We always discuss the fact that it's a constitutional right to bear arms, but the fact is that gun control does not produce murder, suicide, or accidents, because all the empirical data on this is out. That's why you never hear people who argue for gun control that gun control has been proven to be effective, because it's not. The CDC and the National Academy of Sciences both did meta-studies, and a meta-study is where you study all the other literature on an issue in order to come to a conclusion. So I'm just going to read you a quote from an article that I'll link below in the description by John Levy, posted on CNN.com back in 2011, when they actually allowed conservative viewpoints on CNN. In 2004, the National Academy of Sciences reviewed 253 journal articles. That's 253 journal articles, that's peer-reviewed journals, 99 books, and 43 government publications evaluating 80 gun control measures. Researchers could not identify a single regulation that reduced violent crime, suicides, or accidents. A year earlier, the Centers for Disease Control, the CDC, reported on ammunition bans, restrictions on acquisition, waiting periods, registration, licensing, child accident prevention laws, and zero tolerance laws. The CDC's conclusion: there was no conclusive evidence that the laws reduced gun violence. Now, obviously, both of these entities are far from right-leaning organizations. Both are obviously left-leaning, and they look for whatever evidence they could possibly find to conclude that gun control works. Unfortunately, they could not. Well, unfortunately for them. And unfortunately for us, all the evidence is on our side. And these are not the only studies. If you look at any of the empirical data from other countries like Britain or the UK or France or Ireland, it doesn't matter. All the countries have done the criminology studies, and it all shows the same thing. Gun control does not reduce murder, suicide, or accidents. So people don't know this, and yet they support gun control anyway. And the fact is, a armed society is a safe society. You know, when you compare the towns and cities where homeowners own firearms and they have the right to defend themselves versus those with a lot of gun control, you see that those with the most firearm rights have less violence. Because if you're a criminal and you're going to burglarize a house, where are you going to do it? Are you going to do it somewhere in Texas, where you know 90% of the time if someone's there, they're going to blow your head off? Or are you going to do it in somewhere like DC, where you know that 99% of homeowners do not own firearms? And again, all you do with gun control is take firearms out of the hands of law-abiding citizens. Criminals do not follow the law. That's why they're criminals. So you can, ban felons, and you can ban people from obtaining firearms licenses if they fail a background check. But that's not how criminals get their guns. They purchase their guns illegally off the black market. And the more you restrict access to firearms, the bigger the black market for guns become. So the fact is that we need our firearm rights to be able to protect ourselves, protect our families, and to protect our country. And yeah, that's about it for this video.